I've missed you so much.
I missed you too. I feel very alone.
Well, you're not alone. You're surrounded by friends and family.
It's not really the same.
I know. But you need to let them in. They want to help you. And they need you just as much as you need them.
Can I stay here with you?
You know that can't happen. My spirit has a long way to travel till I can rest. But before I can do that, I need to know that you're okay. Please, Mia, promise me you won't push them away.
I won't. It's okay. You can rest.
Hello and welcome. This is Coastal News, a home and away podcast where we unpack the latest week's episodes and discuss the residents, their lives, and all the drama from our favourite fictional town, Summer Bay. Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again to Coastal News, a home and away podcast. How are we all this week? We've got Sophie and Macca. We're both doing well.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah,
Fine.
good.
we're ready for your listening pleasure, I suppose. As we go through the latest episodes from the Bay, the come down from Ari's death, I suppose we'll call this week. How have we found it? How have we found it?
It's been very, I don't know what the word is. Still a lot about Ari, hasn't it? He's kind of come back as a ghost this week, hasn't he? So he's not actually.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
He's not actually gone. It's still quite Ari heavy, even though he's not really here anymore for me. But there we go.
I hope it doesn't become like Noah did back in the day. He was like, "Will you just bloody go?"
Sicky now, mate.
Yeah. Lots. Do you remember we were saying last week how next week's got a potential to feel a bit flat because this week's been like, this is so amazing, we're all loving it. So, and as I say, they're normally quite good at moving things quite fast on Homer's. So, and we'll get into sort of Theo's storyline as well as we go through. But have we both had a good week?
Yeah.
You've been off work. Macca's been, playing darts. Final.
Not beat off the laugh.
and Everton's in the win. Final. Are you watching? Are you a boxing fan? Are you watching this boxing tomorrow night?
No, I don't like so
No.
I think it's bad wanting to knock someone out, but that's the way you see it.
It is a bit nuts, isn't it? Even if I liked it, it's on too late. I'm not one of these, 3 a.m.ers. Yeah. Well, I'll stick to over the way at 6 o'clock. That's more my style. With all the grannies. Right. Let's get into it. Do you want your headlines this week, guys?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Mac struggles to move on at the detriment of her relationship. Theo finally puts a shift in at the garage and gets some wise words from Justin. Cash gets awkward with his new housemates. And Rue, will you just bloody go to Marimbula? So we start off, don't we? Obviously, we're just saying the come down from Ari's death. And Tane and Neek have gone to New Zealand. They've taken Ari with all his excess baggage, and they've gone to do whatever they do in New Zealand. Very, very secretive. And the others, Mia, Chloe, trying to sort of get on with things, aren't they? They're sort of trying to. They even said, "Let's get on with things." I thought it was a bit soon, but they sort of try and get back to work.
Yeah.
Like Chloe tries to go back, doesn't she, and struggles. Mia, what do you think? What aftermath? We're just left with Mia and Chloe. They try and move on with things, but they're struggling. Thoughts?
Almost telling everyone to get on with it, weren't they?
Yeah, pretty much. We were saying last week, like, why isn't Mia gone with them?
They still didn't clear that up, did they? So I think
No.
when Tane and Nick arrived back in the bay and they went to the house and Mia was saying, "Oh, they cleansed the house and put everything back to normal," and Nick said something like, "Oh, I wish she could have been in New Zealand." He kind of rubbed it in with her a little bit because he said, "Oh, it really helped us to talk to people that Ari knew and listen to all the stories and stuff." And she kind of went, "Oh, well, I'm glad you had each other," and it felt a bit like, oh, I don't know, I felt a bit awkward. Maybe I read too much into it.
No, I felt exactly the same. I just thought, oh, I was a bit cringy. This, I was a bit like, oh, my toes were curling a bit because I just thought, oh, and actually, it's only later on in the week when sort of Tane and Neek return. John picks them up from the airport. His new Bezzy Neek. And it's we're talking about Tane sort of taking charge, man of the house, and it's him who says, "We've got no money coming in. I'm going to go and open the gym."
Yeah.
And it's him who sort of gets things moving again, doesn't he? Really?
Yeah.
And then, Dean and Ziggy were trying to be very helpful.
Yes.
They were just thinking around, scratching their heads. How are we going to help? And then there was this weird. What this fundraiser, this GoFundMe, like I think I sent a tweet out this week saying, "What? No wonder Mia's said no." Like I think I would for the first time in my life. I'm like, "Yes, Mia, I agree with you." I'm like, I don't want the whole world to think I'm sad and skint. Like it's a fundraiser to pay me bills. Like what the hell? You wouldn't do that, would you?
No, I think she was right to say no. I'm kind of surprised that she backtracked. I know Dream Ari kind of pushed her into it, but I think she was right to say no. Like, I found it a bit cringeworthy. It's like, oh yeah, we know you've got bills coming in, and we'll set you up a crowdfunder. Is that what crowdfunders are for? I thought they were for to pay for a funeral or to pay for an operation, or you know what I mean. It was not just to pay a gas bill.
I know it was.
The thing is, the gym was shut for 3 days, wasn't it? So how much?
It can't be longer than a week, can it? Yeah.
Is everyone paying by the day? No one pays.
And we all know that Ari didn't have a job, so it's not like we're missing this money.
In their defense, like gas prices are through the roof.
Well,
it was just a bit. Fair enough. If it was like for cancer charity or something. Like fair enough. Like in Ari's memory, but no. Can you send us a picture of Ari, and we'll try and get some money for your bills? No thanks. It's like when you're at work, aren't they? They come round doing it. I'm doing a collection for so and so's birthday. You're like, who? Jog on.
Yeah. Does she still work here?
Yeah. Pete on marketing's leaving. Never heard of him. Move on. You're not getting a pound out of me. Yeah, I just thought that was really strange.
It was
really
weird.
Strange. Now, Mia reluctantly agrees to go back to the gym, but only after, and you've already mentioned it, so she drifts off to sleep, and who appears in her dreams?
The ghost of Ari. Yeah. Can't get rid of this guy now. He's just popping up all over the place.
It was like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wanted some more airtime since he's been dead.
I bet he
His
thought, oh
best
my
role was
God, all
lying
these
in the
words
coffin,
on
was
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you
Mad.
heard last week's episode, but we were laughing about it being Easter, and we just thought he was going to wake up.
Yeah,
We were
yeah.
like, oh my God.
Stop playing your bloody guitar, Tony.
I bet he thought, I
Yeah,
bet the actor
some married
thought, oh
dancers to
my
be
God,
done,
all these
you know.
lines.
Oh, God, don't stop.
Oh, Mia, 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 Mia.
Oh.
Yeah, so he comes to Mia and he tells her, you've got to trust everybody. You've got it. Quite a nice
Yeah.
scene, really, wasn't it? Very home
Yeah,
and
the
away.
message was very on point, wasn't it? I was just like, when he popped up, I was like, I thought you were dead. You're still here.
I only glanced at my phone. What did I miss?
Andy had that straight t-shirt on, didn't he? The straight t-shirt when he was arrested, when he died.
I did notice that.
Like a ghost. Yeah.
I noticed that, and I thought of you right away.
And he didn't die in that outfit, did he? Because he died in his wedding suit. So wouldn't Ghost Ari be in the suit? I don't know.
You can imagine like in the spectral whale going, hang on a minute, I just want to change into this t-shirt. And
Where's my t-shirt?
That means, when we arrive at Purgatory, I'll probably be in my pajamas. Oh.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Dear. So Ari's stuck there. He tells me she's got to get on, basically, let everybody help her. And it sort of gives her the power to go to work, doesn't it? 3 days after burying him. I thought it was a little too soon, but and she reluctantly agrees to the fundraiser. Do we know if the fundraiser's happening then? Nothing's been said since, has it?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, not sure.
I tell you what, though, my house could do with a Mari cleanse like theirs.
Yeah, it looked good, didn't it? After the cleanse? Yeah.
Well, you can come here and do a Mari cleanse here.
Yeah, definitely. Me too.
Yeah. So, they're sort of trying to get on with things, aren't they? Now, Tane still hasn't cracked. We think it's coming, don't we? We were saying, of them all, Tane's the one. He's held it together. He's taking charge. He's sort of busying himself, isn't he?
Yeah.
Sort of distracting himself with sort of looking after everybody. Yeah. It's coming. It's coming. But Chloe.
Oh,
Chloe, what is going on here? Yeah. I'm going to have to let you two start with this because I am just going to F and Jeff.
She's just using Bella like an emotional support animal to me. It's like she's just clutching on to Bella, isn't she? Just being like, you need to be with me all the time. Come to work with me. Stay with me. Don't go see Nick. Yeah. Just totally clutching onto her. Like, it's a bit freaky. And tonight's, the preview for next week, that was a bit scary when she's taking pictures of Bella asleep on the sofa.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what to think about that. So
the and that noise she was making in the mirror was something else, wasn't it?
It was a bit scary. And the music.
I didn't know if she was laughing or choking.
No, I didn't either.
It's up or something that was weird.
It's all gone very Twin Peaks. Yeah.
It's very odd. I thought the actress was trying to cry, like genuinely trying to act crying to start with. And I was like, is she just really bad? Can she just not cry? And then I saw her face and I was like, no, she's just doing the noises to make it look like she's crying. So she's not. Yeah. It took me a minute to get. No.
I know. You'd be on the.
Anyone cry like that?
No one.
If you were Nick and Bella, you'd be on the other side of the door going, what the
fuck? Yeah. It's very odd.
Yeah. And I think I used the word scheming bitch on Twitter because I just thought, because I literally, my mouth was open. I just thought, what a bitch. Yeah, I just thought, I think she's you little cow.
But is she, or is she having like a mental breakdown?
Because... I don't give a shit what it is.
Yeah.
There's no need for it.
Still got the guilt, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she's a murderer.
I think, like,
yeah.
not everyone can walk around taking on the responsibility of a murder on the shoulders.
No, I would hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be like,
Yeah.
it's fine. I'm cool with it. I killed my dad.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I think this is a massive miss. I don't know whether it's the direction, the actor, or the script, but it's a big misfire. This, because I feel like we're supposed to be thinking, oh shit, her reliance on Bella whilst Neek's been out of the way has sort of become so much so, because I mean they were arch enemies. Remember?
Yeah.
They've only sort of even started talking since Bella knew the secret. You know,
true.
It's only very, very recent. So we're supposed to think, aren't we, that they've developed this close bond by keeping this secret, and she's become reliant on her, and he's been spending all this time with her. And that's sort of the motivation. Now Neek's back, and she wants to spend time with Neek.
Yeah.
You know, she's acting out a bit, but I think because she's so unlikable, I just want to punch her. What you like? Honestly, I just thought, don't you come at me with them games, girl. I just thought, not a chance. And then did you see tonight? Bella and Neek obviously he's over at the farm. So she's gone quite a way.
Yeah.
With that cake.
Yeah.
And then she's saying all the, you know, she knows exactly what she's doing.
Yeah. And she's manipulating Tane, isn't she? Because she's going to Tane. Oh, it's Neek that's got the problem. It's not me.
Yeah.
And poor Tane, he went straight to Neek, didn't he? I love that. He was like, I'm straight to Neek and tell him what you said. It's like, but Chloe says this. Oh, well, that's a lie. Oh, okay. Poor Tane. I don't think he knows what's going on now, does he?
I just can't believe what I'm seeing.
It is over the top, but it is a soap. This is what I mean. Maybe if it was a different character, we'd be buying it. I don't know. Is it because it's Chloe that we don't really care?
I think so, but I think because I don't like her anyway, the fact that she's doing something that I think's not right.
But are we supposed to feel sorry for her? Do you know what I mean? We don't feel sorry for her because she's Chloe, but are we meant to? Like, if it was another character that was going through this, they were, tying themselves in knots, thinking they're a murderer, they killed the dad, and they're, not coping mentally with that, and latching on to somebody that's their friend.
Yeah.
If that was someone else, say if it was Ryder, say, all these panic attacks and he was latching on to Theo or something, we'd feel sorry for him, wouldn't we? But we don't, because it's Chloe.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Maybe. I just couldn't believe that she'd done that, I just couldn't believe she'd done it. So let's see where that goes. I think Neek's gonna cotton on quite quick.
Yeah.
I think
he's already mad, isn't he? He's already mad about it. He gets mad about everything, so we're gonna have a tantrum.
And Bella's sort of
English holds his eye, doesn't he? You can just see all the white of his eye and not his eyeball. This is weird.
Popping out of his head.
Yeah. And I think Bella's going to be stuck in the middle, I think, because she's going to be torn both ways, isn't she? She's not going to want to sort of ditch Chloe and be like,
no.
Yeah, and at the same breath, it's the boyfriend, and let's see what happens. Did you know that you can play Coastal News, a home and away podcast, right from your Amazon Alexa? Just say, Alexa, play Coastal News now. And of course, you can still catch your latest episodes on all other podcast apps, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, Castbox, Audible, Player FM, and much more. Just search Coastal News, a home and away podcast right now, wherever you get your podcasts from. Now, Mia's not the only one struggling to get on with things this week either. Mac just can't get over this, can she? With Ari's death and their history together, and she's going round and she's snapping at everyone. She's giving Ryder a right hard time at work, and Logan.
Yeah.
Last week Logan discovered it was Ari who she had this baby pregnancy with, and we both said it last week, he's been quite good about it actually at this point.
He had been, but I think he lost it this week, didn't he? He got a bit I think he got to the end of his tether, because there was one point where he was trying to get her to talk, and she was going, "I can't talk about this with you. He's my ex. You know, I don't know what to tell you." And he was saying, "Yeah, but my ex has been living with us for weeks, you know, and that was fine. So you need to talk to me." She's like, "No, I can't talk to you." And he goes, "Well, we can't talk at all then." And I thought that was just,
there was a bit
I
of
think trying to push, I don't know whether it's me, but trying to push her to talk about something that she's obviously finding quite traumatic. I think he probably would have been better going in a bit more softly and just saying, "Well, if you don't want to talk, let's just hang out. And then when you feel like talking, you can, like, just be there for her." But he didn't. He just kind of went, tell me what's going on. Tell me how you feel. If you can't work it out, I'll help you." And I was like, "Oh, you're going in there like a, you know, bull in a china shop here." So, again, I'm up and down with Logan.
He's a bit, it's proper roller coaster, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mac, I'd like to get your thoughts on him as well, because Sophie and I are a bit more sympathetic towards him than you are.
No,
you don't like him? No.
I don't know.
How do you think he's handling this week?
I agree with Sophie where he went in a bit, you know, bullet it, use that again. But later on, he sort of settled down and he had a drink at the bar.
Yeah.
To go, and he went, "I'm not going to ignore you or whatever," and letting her know that he's down. And then he sort of left it to her. And then she did see like me and went into the water and put her feet in, and it was like sort of
Ghost Army must have been out on a boat trip or something, because everyone talks.
He's in the Blackland.
He's over there somewhere.
He's in the Blackland.
Everybody goes and stares at the sea when they're sad, don't they? You know, that's what you do.
I think Logan just dull. I don't know. He's dull to me. You know, even if he did it as an exciting, he'll just play it so morose. His face expressions don't move or nothing. It's like a perma, you know, box. You know, he doesn't move it on.
I get what you mean. Yeah, he doesn't show his emotions on his face, does he?
That deadpan's probably they're a good comedian, like what? It's just there's no expression or maybe he's going soon.
I get what you mean. He's better at the light, cheeky, chatty stuff than he is at the sort of hard-hitting drama stuff, isn't he? He's better at I get what you mean. Yeah. Well, I don't think he made a right. He didn't make a good choice when he sort of conspires with Ryder, really, to spy on Mac. Does he? He sort of enrolled Ryder to sort of report back on her, which he just knew wasn't going to end well.
No.
You know.
Yeah.
And obviously Mac discovers it very, very quickly. I did like that scene though, where Ryder's phoned Logan on the landline of all things. Like, Ryder, what are you doing? TikTok him or something.
Old school.
Voice note him, like, what earth are you doing on the landline? And she catches him, and he sort of has to pretend it's a
customer,
client, and he's like, "Oh no, we're full. Go to the diner." She's like, "What have I told you about sending people to the diner?"
As if he's doing it regularly, you know. I'm sick of tired of telling you. Sometimes there's a bloody Irene, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh dear. So obviously that comes out fairly quickly. Mac was 2 and 2 together, realizes that, you know, he's been reporting to him on it, and Ryder's just sort of thinking he's doing the right thing, and he typical Ryder. And you know, she does. You were talking, you know, like you say, all the emotional goodbye. You know, she gets convinced to say goodbye to him, and then that she sort of reassures Logan. Then, doesn't she? There's that scene, isn't there? She says that I've said my goodbyes, and I've realised I'm saying bye to a friend.
Yeah.
Because he's concerned that she still loves him, which I thought was a bit of a nasty thing to say.
Yeah.
From Logan, because I thought, well, what if she does? We're not going to be running off with him now.
Like, a bit late,
You know, what? Even if you've come to that conclusion, Logan, my thoughts were, what good is it saying them things?
No, exactly. And putting that in her head, because I don't think that she thought that before we said it out loud, did she? She just thought she was grieving because, and then she was like, "Well, am I so upset because I'm still in love with him, like Logan says?" So,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, it's only after he says it that she thinks, "Oh, am I then? Am I in love with him?" Yeah. Sends her into a big tears. What is wrong with Mac? Mac used to be this whole, "I don't need a man.
Yeah.
I'm an independent woman." Like, what is she doing?
Was it a front?
Yeah, defense mechanism.
Possibly. Don't know.
Well, she's telling us now that she's over it. She said a piece. She's over it. This whole thing for me just tells us that she's probably got some unresolved feelings about the loss of a baby.
Yeah.
Not that ever gets resolved, really, but
no.
She's not dealt with that really. We saw her off the rails, which I absolutely loved, but she's not off the rails anymore. But that she's still affected by it, which I suppose you would be, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, we mentioned about Theo putting a shift in. So he's got the overalls back on, guys, and he's over at the garage.
On his own car, I must say.
Been a while since it's had a tune. And then he's having this quite deep convo with Justin, really, here.
Yeah.
Like the proper heart to heart. And I think I've said this a couple of times now. I think he and Justin's relationship's getting better, and they've done a right number on me. I've said this with Theo. I'm Team Theo now. What's going on? Someone save me.
Yes, I liked the start, and I said he was all right.
Yeah. So we weren't sure, but I think you liked him from the beginning, didn't you, Macca?
Yeah. What I picked up on this week, well, it's been a few weeks now. Justin is the only who never has dirty hands.
True.
He's never has any oil on his hands, and no, he wipes his hands on. That's clean as anything.
You're right.
I love it how that's been on your mind for weeks.
Every time I sit down and watch it, I'm thinking, I hope he's dirty, As if he's done something, you know what I mean? Easiest mechanical job in the world. He don't touch anything.
Maybe he's got like anti-grease natural hands. Like who knows? Just doesn't get greasy.
Even when he done the touch up or the tune up of Joe's car, he tried the engine now. His hands were spotless. I was like,
You're right.
Anyway,
too true. The magic of TV, don't spoil it too much. Well, I think his conversation, I got the vibes from this sort of heart to heart that he's been having with Justin. I quite liked where they've developed to.
Yeah.
And I've said before, I think if Leah was still around, we probably wouldn't have got this.
No.
They've sort of been like a bit of a father and son type bond going on because it's just them at home together. And I think there was a few scenes this week that really cemented that for me. And it's mainly surrounded by them eating in the diner.
They ate out all week, didn't they? I noticed that.
I will do the shopping.
Oh no!
And it's like, and there's a conversation about, we're missing Leah, and I'm thinking, okay, Leah's coming back then. This is the groundwork being laid.
Yeah.
And there's a call to Leah, isn't there? And she agrees to come back and book a flight and everything. And he's like, and Theo mentions, I am going to miss the sort of the beers and the pizza and the really bad diet.
Yeah.
So I've quite enjoyed only the last couple of weeks I've started to turn with it though.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to think, is it because they fleshed him out with this abuse storyline?
Yeah.
Or is it must be because I couldn't stick him before this. So perhaps I've developed that empathy for him through that, maybe.
I felt sorry for him from the Buried Alive challenge when that all just went wrong and it wasn't his fault, that he got trapped in that tiny bit of wire in the middle of nowhere. I felt sorry from there. And when Alf shocked him to the cops for the Polaris and all that sort of stuff, That's when I started to change my mind. I was like, actually, I think he's not all that bad now.
Yeah.
And then with all the stuff with his dad, that's just piled it on now. And his mum's mum about her dying and all that stuff that came up this week. I was like, oh, he's not a bad lad. He's just had bad situations, I think.
And he's not had a father like Justin in his life.
No.
His father's just sort of, well, he's beat him up and God knows, and at this point in time, John is the only one who knows.
Yeah.
And Justin's sort of pressing him, isn't he? Let's get you back in touch with your folks. Let's,
And he's like,
no. He's reacting quite strongly, which is why Justin calls Leah and says, "You need to come home. I think we've got a problem." Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, Justin, come on, man. Like, I thought at some point, if he rings his dad.
Yeah. I didn't want that to happen.
Surely you can see this is triggering something. He's not seeing it, is he? Why is he not seeing it? It's frustrating me.
It's because it's Justin. I don't think Justin's that. Yeah, he doesn't. Justin doesn't like to read between the lines. He likes things spelled out to him properly.
Yeah, because he even dropped a hint on the car, didn't he? When he tuned it up, he said, "But I like this car, but it reminds me of my dad, so I'm not that keen on it." And you'd go, why then? It's a bit weird thing to say about your car,
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
It's a great car. It's tuned it up now.
Yeah, he's like, does it sound great? Like, rev it over. He's like, I'm trying to tell you something, Justin, but you're just interested in how the engine sounds.
I'm trying to pour me out.
I know. I do feel a bit for Justin because he has, since you were saying like Leah's not here and Marilyn's not here, everyone has been dumping all their problems on Justin, and I just don't think he's equipped to do it. Be the next Leah or Marilyn. And I think even Rue this week, she actually apologized to him and said, "Oh, do you know what? I'm dumping all this on you, and it's only because Marilyn and Leah aren't here." And then Justin's like, "Yeah, I know. If Leah was here, I reckon she'd say this." But I just don't think he's naturally and he's not an agony uncle, is he? Really?
No, he's which surprises me considering the way his life's been, his backstory, and obviously the whole parents and witness protection and looking after the siblings. Surprises me, that he's not a bit more like that actually.
Yeah, I just don't think he's very good at just when someone says they're fine and you can tell they're not fine. I don't think he can.
Yeah,
I think he just goes, "Oh, they're fine. Okay, cool."
Oh yeah, they said it, so he just takes everything on face value.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's his character, though. And he's supposed to be like this rugged mechanic who, a man type thing, and not really.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Like, well, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, let's see where that goes. Leah's coming back any minute, isn't she, by the sounds of things?
Yeah.
So let's see if she can get the truth out of Theo. I'm surprised John hasn't come forward yet. Not because I think he should, because obviously Theo has confided in him.
Yeah.
And they've got a bit of a bond through that, and because like John's like the new it thing, like for all the young kids. But but because it's John, and I'm just surprised he's not opened his mouth yet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
he's not even told Irene. Like,
I know. Even though they had another dinner date this week.
Oh God, I'm not liking this.
She's like, the spag ball's cheaper here, and she's like,
Love it.
I do like them too. I really do. But also, Rue and Justin, I like them when they've got scenes together. It's a rarity.
Yeah.
The actors are quite good together. When that scene you mentioned before.
Yeah.
I thought, they're quite good together.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just longing for a love triangle amongst the oldies. That's all it is.
You're going to stir things up there. Oh,
yeah.
God. I don't want to see a Rue and Leah cat fight. That'd be scary.
Who would win? Who would win?
Oh, I don't know, because
I reckon Leah.
I reckon
Leah's...
Leah.
So,
Yeah.
I was going to say Rue. I think Rue's got a bit more street fighting about her rather than Leah, you know.
I don't know. I think Leah probably fights dirty. She probably gets her nails and scratches people.
You see, I reckon old Rue would have had her.
Yeah.
But new Rue, no. New Rue, no. When I say... I say new Rue's like...
Maybe that'll be a storyline to come in the future.
Oh.
You know.
Maybe now listening to this. Have we mentioned we're big in Norway?
Hi, Norway. Thanks for listening.
How
big?
Like top 20 big.
Oh, yeah.
It's mad. Top 20
population
podcasts. It's mad. Can't believe that.
Oh dear.
And you said they're not even up to date, are they, with the episodes?
No.
They're behind, are they? A couple of years or something?
Yeah.
Maybe you think we're like the Nostradamus of Home and Away or something.
We are.
They won't be far. I'm going to say, yeah, they won't be far off.
And if you're listening to Norway, it was terrible Alf down the other week.
No! It's my worst nightmare.
Going to be headline news that in Norway tomorrow.
Oh my god. No, it's fine. He's sorting towels out at the caravan park to take to the charity shop. He's all good.
Well, Cash needs a bit of a drink of water in the middle of the evening. Gets up, doesn't pop a t-shirt on despite it being his first night in his new house. And there's a bit of an encounter with old Irene in the kitchen there, isn't there?
Yeah.
What did we think of this scene?
Oh, just laughable, because we've seen him in his shorts on the beach so many times. It's like, what's the difference? I don't get what the difference is.
Yeah.
As do I.
And we said last week, didn't we? Like, yeah, exactly. Exactly. And we were saying last week, like, what is your problem? Just don't, like, you're in nothing all the time, like, what, you know. But the awkwardness doesn't seem to fizzle into this week, and is he just creating drama for creating drama's sake? We talk all the time about Cash and Jasmine not really, the writers doing him a disservice, really. You know, there could be something, but there's no one's really writing well for them. Is it just to give them something to say? Like, you know, what I thought.
It was a rubbish storyline, I thought, wasn't it? It was just always being caught in his jogs, whatever they call them. Anything, so what? And then he's moving out and saying he doesn't feel right and he's not comfortable. How comfortable do you want to be pouring a glass of water in your boxies?
I know.
But that was the, wasn't it? He couldn't, you know, he's a cop and he must have seen everything from dead bodies through to, you know, whatever. And he's terrified because Irene's seen him getting a glass of water.
and then like he can't even be at the diner because Irene's there. Can't even, like, it's just a bit ridiculous. And Irene sort of takes charge and she says, right, I'll have a word with him.
Yeah.
So they get him to the house, don't they? And they sit him down and she says, right, you've got two options. Option one, we all get in our underwear. Like, option two, we just shake hands and you get over yourself and chill out. Like, and I just thought, go on, girl, tell him, like, stop being such a baby.
Yeah.
Like you say, Macca, he's a copper.
Yeah.
You
know.
Must have seen everything, you know.
Yeah. Very odd. Was it just a plot line to get us to see Cash and Flick's relationship change? Because obviously he went to her, didn't he? And Flick was like, why'd you care? Like, you're in your pants, so what? Get over it. And then she said to him, this is because you're a control freak. When I lived with you, you know, you had to have everything a certain way and I didn't get a choice in how you did things. And she goes, now you're living with Irene, it's not your house anymore and you're not in control. Is that the problem? And then they had a moment where they kind of laughed at each other because they were like, oh my God, I'm giving you advice and you're coming to me for advice and this is really weird. Was it that? Was that the whole
I
point?
think, I think that's a lot of part of it. Because we were saying, I mean, we were right as well when we said it last week. It might be last week, might be the week before. There's a bit of a role reversal going on.
Yeah.
Like, there was a bit of a polar shift, weren't they, with them two?
Yeah.
In that he was now going to Flick and sort of saying, I need you to get me out of this situation. And, and it was normally the other way around. He's normally saving her. Do you know what I mean? And she even says it, you know, when they're on that walking from that beach path to the caravan park, whatever. She says, "Oh, this is a turn for the, you know, the tables have turned." You know, so I think we were ahead of it there, weren't we? We saw it coming. We know our home and away. And she just sort of and she ends up being the one that sort of says, "Just get a grip, you know, get over yourself and just let it go and just get on with it." And we've said before, we've seen the map. It's not that far. But I thought it was really underhand of him to go to Flick and say, "Can you tell them all that you need me? Like, you're my excuse." I thought that was a bit underhand. Are you into Jasmine or not?
Yeah. I think he just wants to live on his own. I don't think he's entirely convinced. Maybe he wants to live with Jasmine, but I don't think he wants to live with Irene, does he?
Yeah, no, but they're a bit naughty using mental instability to say, pretend you like. Pretend you need easy, just so I don't look bad. You know.
I know.
Not very
Wait
cool.
till PTSD superstar Logan hears about that. Yeah, I thought it was really underhand, and I thought, you know, that is using Flick there, and Flick's too childlike to realise it.
Yeah.
You know, she was a bit like, "Oh, don't I feel special?" You know, jumping about like she does. And I'm thinking, if you actually read between the lines there, girl, he's using you as an excuse to get out of this. And it's stopping me from investing in them as a couple. It's ruining the experience for me.
I'm not seeing them as a couple at all. They're not, you know, like Flick and Tane, when they have a scene together, they're all over each other like a rash, aren't they? When Jasmine and Cash are together, they're just barely standing next to each other. They just don't seem very affectionate. They don't seem like a proper couple.
Yeah, but she's unvaccinated.
Maybe it's that. Yeah, maybe it's that.
Well, she was the same with Robbo, wasn't she? She was a bit standoffish with Robbo. They were never all over each other.
Yeah,
really.
So.
I'm trying to think now.
Because they were never. So even before, well, I know when he got married, the marriage didn't last long as they all got kidnapped like haywire. But even beforehand, you were never the most romantic on screen. Really.
No, there was always high drama, weren't there?
Yeah.
You're probably right there. Thinking back, I don't know. Jasmine's one of my favourites, and I'm just feel like
I just don't think they work together. No, I like Jasmine. I like Cash. I just don't like them together. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm starting to find Cash really, really boring. He is really dry.
He is Mr. Sensible, isn't he? That's the problem.
He goes to her tonight, doesn't he? He said, "I just want to have a conversation about us and the future being on the same page." Because he's obviously heard Flick going on about Tane. And he's like, we're on the same page, but can we just go to bed? Yawn.
Night.
Wow, that was interesting. No. Do you know what I mean? Like, nothing's... They're always in passing. I was thinking tonight, we keep talking about them always in passing from work, and literally the whole episode tonight was them talking about how bad the night shift was.
It's true.
It's boring.
It is boring. What do they have in common? What do they talk about? What do they do together? Like, I just don't know. They don't seem to have much of a laugh together. You never see them like joking around.
No, that's straight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very dull. And yet the internet loves them, don't they? Like, everybody's going, "Oh yeah, I love Cash and Jasmine together." I don't.
I think that, and I think they could have been really good, but I think it's all. I don't know why they're writing them like this. I just don't get it. Maybe we'll find out at some point.
She did have a cracking polka dress on, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tell us you're the fashion consultant.
Yeah, I enjoyed that this week. This is fashion highlights home and away.
Do you know what? He even chooses option 2.
Yeah.
I'm like, you could have been really funny there and started unbuttoning your shirts a bit, and having a laugh.
made a joke out of it. Do you know what? He's more touchy-feely with his sister than he is with Jasmine as well. Like they
God.
They hang off each other, don't they?
He's gone there.
But he is. Like they're always hugging each other and grabbing each other, and he picks her up and chucks her around. He doesn't even touch Jasmine on the hand, I don't think. Does he? I don't think they even hold hands. I just don't buy it. Maybe it is the vaccinated versus unvaccinated thing, but
it's ruining if it is that, it's really ruining the experience for us lot.
Yeah. Are they doing social distancing in I don't know, is that it? I don't know.
I don't know, yeah. I can't see that though,
No, it feels a bit
because I remember didn't they brought in a while back a stunt actress, didn't she, to kiss someone? It was someone's actual real life husband. So they could film the scene.
Oh, I remember this, but I can't remember who it was.
I reckon, They brought someone's actual husband in because it was looking rubbish. Where they were supposed to be married or just got married or whatever it was.
Yeah, I can't remember.
And then the actual real life husband come. Was it Leah? It might have been Leah when she first started going with Justin.
It might have been. They did that on Hollyoaks
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
It's a good way to sort of keep it, because obviously COVID hasn't touched Summer Bay. Not even uttered the C word. So got to keep the magic alive. Yeah, got to keep the magic alive.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we don't know, do we? Maybe
either way, they're not working. They're not working.
No.
Would on a after 3, would we be sad if they split them up? 1, 2, 3.
No.
Says it all.
Yeah.
Is he any relation to Haley, who used to be in it?
Oh, they do look quite similar, don't they?
Because he's called, I think he's called Nick Cartwright, and she was called Rebecca Cartwright, wasn't she?
Ah, yeah.
So I'm thinking, I wonder if they're related, brother and sister, or
they might be.
Yeah.
The one who's married to the tennis player, Hewitt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Played Haley, didn't she?
Yeah, she went out with Noah, didn't she?
Yeah, Noah. Yeah, she's probably still seeing him. Was he in a ghostly figure?
Yeah, still hope so.
she was one of the. She was one of the old recasts overnight to a redhead. Remember?
Yeah.
And it was like, who the bloody hell's this?
Yeah, and they kept saying their name so that we knew it was her.
Yeah, everyone's saying it over and over, weren't they? Like, hi, Haley.
Haley.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, we get it now. She's Haley.
It's nowhere near as bad as the American soaps, though. I'm assuming you don't watch any of those.
No, not really.
I told you I dip in and out of GH, and like if an actor goes off sick or something, or has a 2-week leave, they just draft in an agency actor or whatever. and then literally when the scene starts, there's a voiceover and it goes something like, the part of Irene Roberts is temporarily being played by Lynn McGranger. And then you just carry on, and then the scene just carries on, and you're like, okay.
That's so funny.
No wonder soaps get a bad name, I tell you. I was like, have I just witnessed that? It literally was a voice of, the part of Alf Stewart is temporarily being played by Rema. It's a voiceover. You're like, okay.
Are you sure you're not hallucinating that?
No, honestly, it happens about 3 times an episode.
That's so funny.
Because the casts are huge as well.
Oh my God. Well, why can't they just write them out for a week?
Exactly. It's just so random.
Marimbula, for God's sake.
And then let us all whinge about it. Like, that's what we like to do. Honestly, it's hilarious. Just this voiceover out of nowhere, like the voice of God telling you who's who. Like, oh my God.
I'm loving that.
Let's talk about Marimbula anyway, and talk about Rue.
Oh dear. Yeah. Get in the bloody car, Rue. Just get in the bloody car.
Book the girl an Uber. I nearly dragged her there myself.
I know.
Bloody hell. Like, she wants to go.
Did he even invite her? Because this is where so when it first happened, and Alf said something to her like, now that things have settled down, I'm thinking of going up to Marimbula. He never actually said, "You're coming with me," or "I want you to come with me." Did he?
No, he just said something like, the freezer's on the blink, and this needs doing, and that needs doing.
Yeah.
And she sort of took it as a, right, he wants me to go. And she just
Yeah.
it was all Rue in her mind.
I think she made it a much bigger deal than it actually was.
Yeah. And it's only when he sort of convinces her to sit down with a very large glass of red.
Yeah.
And he says, he actually says to her, doesn't he? Like, I was only telling you those things because I feel bad for leaving it all to you.
And I don't want to leave you under pressure and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and she's like, well, maybe I did sort of overreact. She's like, no kidding.
I went back and watched the first episode again, where he says he's going, and I was like, he didn't bloody invite you, Rue. You just think that you are invited. I was just getting annoyed. I was just like, Rue, you're not even invited, love. What? And now you're in a stress fit.
It was even weird where she's like, oh, well, because she wants to avoid him asking her. She sort of goes, I'm going to the gym. And then she gets to the gym and it's closed, so she sits on a stool staring at the door. Like, maybe imagining it would just open.
She looked like Ryder when he ran away from home. With her little bag. Oh, I don't know where to go.
I'm off to the back garden.
Oh, dear.
No. Well, in the end, he goes, so he's off to Marimbula. And then second he goes, oh, maybe I should have gone. I thought, oh, wind your neck in, love.
Yeah.
Wind your neck in. And John's like, you could always drive yourself.
Like, no, yeah. As if it's on another planet or something.
Yeah.
How on earth do we get from A to B in Australia?
I know. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Get in your car.
She did say, didn't she? She said, like, if she does go, it just validates Mum for not having the operation. That's what she said, something like that.
And I get that. Yeah, I do get that. But we know that this operation's happening, don't we now? I'm convinced now it's happening, this operation. Are you?
I'm not sure. No, I'm still not sure.
No, I don't think so either.
Because she had that chat with John, didn't you know? She's been chatting John's ear off about it all week. And every time he turns up, he kind of looks like he's regretting asking how she is, because she starts banging on about, I should have been in the car. I shouldn't have been in the car. And all that sort of stuff. But then they're chatting in the surf club. And I think she says something like, if it was you, John, if you were really ill, and Jet could keep you alive, would you do it? And John says, no, I wouldn't put my kid through an organ transplant ordeal. And I think her face then was like, oh, okay, maybe I'm not seeing it from my mum's point of view, and I'm just seeing it from my point of view. I don't know.
Let's play devil's advocate then. Let's say what you're saying happens.
Yeah.
Where's the storyline going to go, in your opinion? Then he's just going to have dialysis all the time?
I don't know. I'm just wondering whether
this is die?
Is this an exit for Alf? This is what I'm thinking, because I'm really scared this is going to happen, and I think I'm like, he's going to leave, he's going to go. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Just like,
I think if she doesn't have the transplant, she'll just stay in Marimbula, and Alf will just move, and then they'll just be there until she dies.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Macca, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. I think it's just because, like, obviously everyone knows it's Alf's going part-time, hasn't he? And it gives him a chance to not be in a few episodes by leaving in Manibula.
Yeah.
I've said it that many times, I can't even pronounce it no more.
It doesn't even sound real, does it? Doesn't sound...
Yeah. But so I think that's it's used for that reason, to give him an out every few weeks,
I mean it is, because they keep coming and going.
But as in storyline wise, I think she'll just die.
Yeah, because if she has the operation, will they be in the bay full time then? I don't think they will. They'll still be in Marimbula. So whether she has the operation or not, I think they'll still leave, which I'm so sad about. But
because that's like a spiritual home where she gets her head together.
Where she paints the gardens.
Does she?
Yeah.
Looks after Kieran. I don't think they'll kill Alf off or anything. I think you're right now. I think the best exit we'll get for Alf is one of these trips, and they'll just get longer and longer. And Rue will be on the phone to him, and and then do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he'll probably live on for eternity.
Yeah, he's so iconic.
In conversation, because I think they'll be frightened of it being like worldwide news that Alf's died on Home and Away, and people will think the show has ended.
I will, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh God, yeah.
So, in a way,
that's that then.
Turn it off.
One or two things like, oh, that's the end of Home and Away then, or oh, that's still on. Like,
is that still on? I'm not watching it now. I've not in it.
The whole Neighbours getting axed was the same reaction, wasn't it? Oh, I've not seen that for 20 years. Don't go. For me, that's the most logical end to Alf, and I can understand the business reasons why, to keep the show sort of going. But I don't feel like they would, us long-term fans, would they? I'd feel so cheated if they've rewritten him. I've said this a few times now. You know my thoughts on this whole retcon, this whole thing.
Bigamy.
And they've ruined Alf for me, really, a little bit, because it's just not him. He's so straight. Over the years, he's been such a straight bloke, straight talking, follows the rules. Elsa, for me, was the love of his life. The whole premise of the show in the first episode, he was selling the house because his wife had died. And do you know what I mean? Like, for me, it was too much bringing her back from the dead. So it's already ruined me and annoyed me. Sure they won't kill her again. So I think they'll just live on forever, off screen somewhere. But I'm a bit. Isn't this the start of it? Is that a bit premature? I think you're a bit premature there.
I don't know. I just can't see. Maybe because I don't really care about Martha, but I don't know. I can't see what they're going to do with this storyline at all.
Yeah. She's. Can you be on dialysis for years? Can you?
Yeah, you can.
Is that...
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you can. But it's a massive impact on your life because eventually you'll have to do it every day.
Yeah.
And for hours, so you have to sit there for hours, and you can have them. You have the machines at home.
Yeah,
I suppose
it's very debilitating.
Yeah.
There could be another match come up.
Could be, yeah. Is she still on the transplant list though, or did she come off the list when they matched with Rue? I don't know.
Did she not go back on it when that doesn't happen?
Know. I don't know.
Can you just pick and choose is it like shoes? Like, oh, I don't like those.
I don't know.
I'll wait for the sale. I don't know. Like...
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a fact about the kidney transplants. They don't actually, the one who's having the transplant.
Yeah.
They don't actually take the kidney out. They just attach it, so you end up with 3 kidneys.
No, that's weird.
What?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
That is weird.
I thought they took it out and put the other one in its place, but they don't. They just attach it, so you have 3 kidneys.
That's mad.
Oh God, you'll be in trouble at Slimming World next week, won't you?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I've put £3 on. Okay.
Kidney Martha.
So there's a few.
So 3 kidney Martha. That could be.
Sounds like a greyhound, doesn't it?
It does. Oh. Put a fire on.
Oh God. Oh my God. Well, so there's a few ways this could go. Is what we've established. Here. I suppose we'll see. I'm just fed up of it. There's a few. I'm getting a bit fed up there. Sounds a bit of these current storylines. I think. Do you know what it is as well? Rue's going to talk to her mum again because she's going to. Even John said it this week. You've got back in touch with your mum after all this time. is she really going to throw it all away over this argument? You know,
yeah.
she'll come round in the end, won't she?
Yeah.
You know, and I bet you by the time we're next recording an episode of this podcast, they're talking.
Yeah.
I think it's imminent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, it's time for your first look now, where we take a quick moment to take a look at the future episodes of Home and Away in the coming week, and also discuss what we'll be talking about on next week's podcast. Are you both ready?
Yep.
On Monday, a new delivery causes renewed pain for Mia.
Ooh.
So either the Amazon man stood on a toe, or
Wedding certificate could be, or death certificate.
Either or. I'm going to say or his ashes, maybe.
Oh yeah, we don't actually know what happened to him in New Zealand, do we? We don't know what kind of send off he had.
Or the new Maori stick you ordered has been left at number 61. People who bought this also bought.
Oh no! I've got an image of John signing for it, and now he's in the back garden.
To be fair, Nick could do one because he was using a mop last week.
He was.
And the fish, the neck crab, I think, the neck one. He was.
That's so funny. People who bought this also. I've just got images at the bottom. Marilyn's meditation bowl. Oh dear. Oh, Leah and Justin decide to go behind Theo's back. Oh, they've phoned his dad, haven't they?
Yeah. That sounds like it.
Nico tries to intimidate Chloe.
Eh?
What's going on there then?
He couldn't intimidate a piece of paper.
Maybe just staring at. Is it in the promo tonight? She said to him, "Why are you looking at me like that?" Maybe he's just giving her daggers across dinner.
Yeah, wasn't very intimidating, was it?
No, I think I'd have just laughed.
I think I did.
Mia's attempts to help herself turn into self-immolation.
Oh, that's quite dramatic.
Yeah.
Self-immolation.
I mean, she's setting herself on fire.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, you know, like when monks protest and they self-immolate. They put petrol on themselves and set themselves on fire.
That'll be a good scene. What day is that?
Yeah, can't wait. Can't wait for that.
I hope there's a Maori dance to accompany it.
There will be.
The elders will be back.
Maybe that's what that's what they mean by cleansing.
Yeah.
Wow, extreme.
The future of tonicity hangs in the balance. I mean, that's a bit of given after tonight. Do you know what? I really felt for Tani tonight. Maybe this was just me, but you know, when he says he brings the takeaway home and Chloe's off on one, and Flick's there, doesn't take her shoes off at the door. Noted. And he says, like, I'm getting everything wrong. And she's like, that doesn't sound like you. And he's like, doesn't it? You know, because obviously he's had this conversation with her about future and where they're going, because he's obviously he's got this renewed outlook on life, because you know his brothers has been cut short in a matter of days. Do you know what I mean? He's gonna think like that. So I really felt for him tonight when she just turned around and said, I don't see any of that in my future. And he you know, that scene where he just says, you know, I can't talk about this right now. I felt for him a bit. What did you guys think?
Yeah, definitely. It's like he's losing something else. Like he's just lost his brother, and now he's like, oh, I feel like Flick's pushing me away.
Yeah, I think this is the start of him sort of it all coming home to roost. I think it's the start.
Yeah, something like delayed response to everything that's going on. The beef, because everyone else had beef, haven't he?
Yeah.
And he's obviously being the shoulder to cry for everyone, and now he's sort of on his own, reflecting. with his 2 bags of the takeaway, and then just thought, can't even get the meals right. I know it's only minor, isn't it? But to him, it's probably the final score, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, spot on. That, you know, yeah. There's a straw that breaks the camel's back. Yeah. Theo worries about losing his place.
His place where? His place what? Where?
Doesn't say.
How's place spelled? Just in case he's just fish and chips.
No, it's PLACE.
His place in his book? What? Has he dropped his bookmark? What the hell? Don't know.
Is he in the line at the bank and he's answered a phone call? I don't know. Ziggy. Oh, come on.
No, I was going to say, it's a bit of a head scratcher, that, isn't it?
Yeah. A bit mysterious. Ziggy claims Justin is being discriminatory. That's come a bit left field.
Eh? Against what?
Am I right? Is this the right programme?
You got the bailiff's one up again.
Rue gets Logan to...
He's gone again. Have you minimised us?
Rue gets Logan to look into Martha's affairs.
Rue gets Logan to look into Martha's affairs?
What would Logan be doing, messing in Martha's affairs, whatever that is?
It's got to be medical then, if it's Logan. So it's got to be the transplant stuff, is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, she got PTSD now as well.
She might have after Rue had a go at her.
Mackenzie. Go on.
I was just saying, maybe she's going to like say to him, you know, have a look at my mum's records, you know, put him under, and he'll obviously say no, and then he might have a bit of that medical dilemma, the ethical dilemma, should he, or whatever.
He doesn't seem to have any medical ethics, does he, Logan?
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's just the.
Maybe he puts her back on the transplant list.
Yeah.
Maybe she goes to him and says, "We need some other options if she won't take mine."
Yeah.
And maybe he just agrees to look into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably got some alternative kidney therapy that he's come up with.
Yeah. Somebody just invented and told no one.
He knows somebody in the city.
He does.
And he makes a phone call, like they do.
That professor, whatever she was, professor lady. Hughes, that was it.
God, the things I remember. Mackenzie risks losing Salt. What? This just feels like a completely new season or something. Everything's...
Is she giving away too many beers to Dean?
Yeah, no one pays for nothing. Yeah, that's true. Riley was giving away freebies as well this week.
And Flick gave drinks away to the Paratas. They don't think they make any money.
No, I agree. Yeah. Jasmine gets... And the fact that we're only a couple of months after a big gas leak or chemical leak. I mean, maybe business hasn't... Maybe that's what that is. Maybe it's like business hasn't picked up or something.
Did she have insurance for that? Because they were shut for a while, weren't they? Was it to do with that? I don't know.
Yeah, and you know, would you eat at a restaurant that recently had a poisonous chemical leak? I don't think I would.
Probably not, no.
Yeah. I'd be down Frankie and Benny's or something.
I'll be in the diner, even though she hasn't recommended the diner, but I'll be there.
Jasmine gets some bad news from Cash.
What, more bad news? What the hell?
He has to work a double.
Oh, that'll be it.
He's not like, so he's covered in.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Tell Irene, you know.
Yeah.
I'll get spaghetti bolognese down the diner.
It's cheaper. Rue gives Martha one last chance. There we go. You see, Thursday.
Yeah.
Told you.
Yeah.
By the time we next do a pod. And Dean's attempt to rescue Mackenzie goes horribly wrong.
Oh.
Is she hanging off a cliff? Or is he just agreeing to lend her some money?
Yeah, is it emotional, financial, or...
Well, on the last Friday's episode, the last one, Mackenzie is forced to make a tough business decision. So there we go.
There we go then.
So maybe... Oh, I don't want to... I quite like her running their restaurant.
She won't lose it. They'll do a crowdfund. That'll be fine.
Divert R is fun.
Yeah.
Picture of Mackenzie with a compo face. I'm wondering, whether she gets back in touch with Daddy.
Oh, he's rich, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a big MP or something, wasn't he? Shamed MP.
Yeah, well, do you remember she used his money, didn't she, to buy it?
She
do you
did.
remember?
Yeah.
What happened to the Porsche? She sold that, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
So I wonder if she might go to him with tail between her legs. Mind you, that would involve Dean, wouldn't it, really?
Yeah.
Bella struggles to escape Chloe. Well, yeah. Sounds about right. And Jasmine looks for answers on her dead father. What?
Oh, he's dead. She didn't know that, did she? Because on her birthday, she was saying how she always waits for a birthday card from him. We didn't know he was dead, did we?
No.
Is that a spoiler?
Maybe that's the news the copper's going to bring.
Oh, Cash's
Not
bad
the fact
news.
he's doing a double shift, yeah.
Yes, that'll be it.
Yeah, like your dad's died.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm doing a double shift. Oh, you're not on it. No, I only mentioned your dad's dead.
Oh, God.
Check your WhatsApp. XOXO. Yeah, okay. And now that I think you're spot on, because remember we were talking about Hemsworth's cousin being her brother.
Oh, he's coming back soon. Yeah, well,
So maybe
if
he's died, that spurs him to look for her.
Yeah.
It's all coming into place now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, that's everything this week, and we've covered all the top stories from Home and Away this week. Do take time to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast wherever you get your podcast from to ensure you get notified of future episodes, and on social media at Coastal News Pod, Twitter and Instagram. We chat about the show through the week. Quite a lot of people have been reaching out to us this week as well, talking about the show. We'd love to hear from you. Do get in touch. And thank you very much for listening. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.